Good morning, y'all. And I am looking for a hair tie. Too late. So, this was a case that y'all had requested, and Tammy, good morning, and a couple other people in the members. Rebecca Zahau, I believe is how you pronounce it, or is it? Pretty sure it's Zahau. And it was ruled a suicide, but she was found. I don't know if she was still hanging from the balcony. No, the guy cut her down. But whatever. When he found her, he called the police and said he found a girl who was nude, gagged, and then hanging from the balcony. So, and this was Adam, which I believe was her husband's son. And I think the day before, somebody named Max had passed there, and that was another one of his sons. So, basically, yeah, I think it was murder too. What was confusing for me at first was the two deaths. I didn't realize the boy Max had died, and I want to say like it was a skating thing. I was trying to like keep up with the most of, because I was mainly trying to focus on like what happened with her. But I did see with Max, it was supposed to be something that was like that, like I don't know if like he was in like I don't know if he fell off the balcony. Something happened with him too. But he ended up passing, and they said that she had made the comment at the hospital, like, "Oh, his mother's gonna kill me," which I think, that would be anybody's statement to say something like that, especially in that situation. But they said when they found her too, there was also like a writing somewhere on the wall that said, "She saved him, but can you save her?" So that's pretty creepy, and pretty like prophetic of like the whole situation. Neighbors said that they were like heard screaming, and it seems suspicious, obviously, that they thought they heard someone screaming help. And they said the her neck was consistent with strangulation and the hanging. So it wasn't just the hanging, it was strangulation too. So yeah, and they said they left her even outside for a long time. Well, I mean, you can see the pictures where they're blared out now, or blurred out now. But they had left her in the yard for a very long time. But yeah, there was the she saved him, but can you save her? And they said also like the knots that were used to hang her was a knot that was used like for fishermen, like fisher boats and things like that. And apparently Adam was a fisherman. So, and I think Max was his brother. So that's what I'm saying. So, I don't know if he was taking out on her, what happened with Max. But we'll kind of see. I do feel like it was him. Now, I did look up the husband. I don't know if he's changed his name. I think he's changed his name. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at that yet or not, Tammy, but it looks like he's changed his name. Not that that matters like super into the case. Yeah, they left her outside for like 2.5 hours like that. Like, and news people were like taking pictures and all that kind of stuff. And but I don't know, apparently her now that because she's passed, her ex-husband, I want to say he's changed his name and remarried, which is even a little bit more odd too. So we're kind of just gonna see what was going on with it, because we want to do the Grand Lux. At least I want to do the Grand Lux because it was like within the mansion. It's where it happened. So it's kind of like that lifestyle of that. So we're going to kind of see what's going on with that. Yeah, and I'm a little bit late this morning, y'all. I'm sorry. Had some stuff come up. How is your day, though, Tammy? Hey, Crime Curious, how are you? Still healing? Take all the time you need. So, we'll kind of start to see, because I think the boy Max died the day before, or at least a few days before. But we're going to start from like at least back there as far as she wants to go, because I do kind of feel like it had something to do with that situation. So just because of what he wrote, she saved him. Can you save her? And again, you did have the fisherman knots that were on the rope that was there to hang her. So we're gonna kind of see like what was going on between this like Adam's energy, her energy, Max's energy, if there's anybody else involved. Hey Tara, how are you? Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Did y'all come in? So we're gonna go back a little bit further. All right, so you kind of have the 9 of coins here. So now, obviously, you know, money was involved in the sense of somewhat. I mean, they were well off, but I don't know how much that played into the relationship. Because, like I said, I asked her to go back to where she wants to start. So this might end up being a factor in it. I don't know if they were getting a divorce, thinking about getting a divorce, what it was, or maybe she was wanting to be more independent, but it doesn't feel like that was happening for some reason, not the way that she would have preferred it to happen. So let's go ahead and see what happened the day that she passed. Okay, so there was secrets here. And that she, you know, it happened at night. They found her the next morning. You see the moon. So it's almost like and there's 2, you know, wolves howling over here at the moon. And then you do see where something else is kind of like aware of this, right? So, and it does represent mother. And she was saying, I think it was Max, who had passed. She was like, oh my gosh, his mother is going to kill me. But that doesn't, you know, necessarily mean that. That just means, you know, that she was worried that the mother was going to be very upset with her. But, I mean, it has been said and done. So, hello, Diana. How are you? And so she's saying where she is, like, after it happened immediately, there was a lot of defense about it. So whenever it started, like I said, it's the 7 of Wands energy. So it's going to be that fire energy. She was like gagged, I want to say, strangled, things like that. So it was kind of like they're very angry with the situation. So she is showing that as another reason that contributed to her passing, her death. And that is kind of like was validated by the medical examiners. So with the 9 of coins, we're going to see why the 9 of coins is here for when she passed, or when, you know, leading up to her passing, why the 9 of coins matters for this reading for her. That's too many. Just one, please. Strength. So somebody didn't want their money taken because they felt that it was going to interrupt the strength cycle for them. This is more fire energy, but this is Leo. So you do have earth and fire now. So, and then you have the moon in the middle for whenever the day that she was murdered. Chief, no. He's actually running some errands. He's probably wanted me to go with it. Probably, like, I know he wanted me to go. I was like, well, I'll go to the next errand. So with the moon, we have the wheel. So somebody took a chance and spun the wheel the day of her murder. So like I said, it was somebody, I mean, in a wheel, you know, someone would represent a knot, you know, and it just it's kind of interesting the way it looks. It does remind me of like the, you know, sailboat kind of wheel. But it is, and again, that is who they think probably did it. But it is saying that person kind of took a chance, spun the wheel, and was going to go ahead and see what happened if they could get away with her murder. So with the 7 of Wands, it is the 9 of Wands. So this is showing defeat. So it's almost like maybe they felt defeated by by the energy of the boy passing, but I do feel like this is also her energy feeling defeated by what happened. So she has the 7 of Wands, and, you know, there's defensiveness that she really, it was coming at her from different ways, different corners. There wasn't so much she could do about it, and she sits back and thinks about it. It's still that fire energy. So it's Leo's, Aries, Sagittarius's. It's still kind of that passionate overkill situation. So that is how she looks at it, obviously, because she was, you know, like I said, she was strangled, gagged, all that kind of stuff. I know. I was like, I don't want to go to this errand. I was like, can I please go to the next one? I was like, I really don't want to go. But let's go ahead and see So with the strength being lost, and this is like leading up to her passing, I do know the boy died. I want to say he has 5 kids, so it would almost be like the losing of that energy. It's kind of like spilling it, but you see 2 spilt cups, so it's almost like when his cup got spilt, so did hers, and so she felt that. Like she felt that you know, she felt horrible about that. Possibly it does kind of resemble her. You see where the moon's coming out with the queen or the wheel to take a spin to spin the wheel on the Queen of Wands. So by spinning the wheel on the Queen of Wands, they are able to kind of, I think people looked at her a lot like the Queen of Wands. She would dress up very nice. She obviously, you know, they lived in a very nice, flashy kind of mansion and things. That's what they kind of like to do. You know, Leos kind of like to strut and show their things. So it's almost like they were kind of jealous of that energy, though, that she had. I know. It's like, I just want a chill day. So with the 9 of Wands, yeah, she's saying it's like, they felt like kind of like maybe this somehow would kind of take them out of the 5 of coins. So again, there's a little bit of money attached, but I feel like it's more, it has to do with things that happened in the earthly realm that people were not happy about. More like I said, related to the passing of Max, I believe it was the day before, because even when he made the phone call, I believe it was Adam, he said, it's the same mansion where he found the dead body the other day. And I want to say again, it was his brother. So it was a very odd choice of words, the way he picked them. So we're going to see like the steampunk tarot, and that'll give us more of like an idea of the planning of it and things like that. All right, so with the 9 of coins, it's like there is like an independence feeling, but it's also at the same time, it almost feels like it's not wanted. So we can go ahead and see. Yeah, so with the 9 of coins, you see the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like they don't want this person to move forward in the earthly realm with any type of material things or independence towards that. So they're going to go ahead and put up the 7 of Wands. So those 7 of Wands, again, very defensive of the energy. Most of the time they are kind of almost standing on the edge of a mountain or castle, kind of like that one was. And she was found hanging from the balcony of the mansion. So with strength being here in reverse, I want to know whose strength was feeling reversed and why. It's the 8 of coins. So again, somebody feel like they put a lot of hard work into something and it wasn't really prospering. It does kind of feel like a bit of her energy. I don't know if she was in a happy relationship or not with her husband. I don't know what their situation was. Yeah. I don't know what their situation was, but it almost seems like there's money tied to somewhat being like, you know, grass is greener on the other side. I think she did, you know, feel bad about the passing of the child, but I think there was other things going around. Hey, Cindy, how are you? We're kind of like halfway through the spread. You haven't missed too much. So after this with the 5 of Cups, it was that grass is greener on the other side. Somebody thought or felt that way about it. And so they went ahead with the 8 of Cups and decided to emotionally walk away from this situation. So trying to see if there's anything keys here on that you would see. Besides the fact that it's just, you know, a woman walking away. I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. It does feel like she was ready to walk away from that energy. It does, like I said, it does have to do with the passing of the child, but it also seems to have to do with her relationship somewhat. And I feel like that's why the moon is here. Yeah, that's what it was. They said that he said where you found the boy and and you'll find a dead girl. So it was like there was no attachment. And yeah, with the moon, I wouldn't be surprised a decision. It's like reconnecting. So there. So with the Two of Wands, it's kind of like making two actions, and you do see it is a balcony. So this is the day of her murder. So I do think that it's almost saying like, I don't think he already cared for her either, as far as Adam, because I do think Adam is the one that did it. And so I think maybe that was his second opportunity, or he was doing it for his brother. Because I do believe, again, it was his brother. Like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's taking a chance with the Nine of Swords. So with the Nine of Swords, it is trying to put away that energy, not being able to sleep, insomnia, depression. So, I mean, that could have been how he felt when, even though he talked about him like he was nobody, you know, in the call. I mean, maybe that's how he was feeling about the situation because of her. He feels like she had something to do with it. And if she wasn't there, or if she would have been paying better attention, it wouldn't have happened. So with the Nine of Swords, yeah, it's like to go ahead and get rid of her made a happy home again for him. So and then it was that action, it was that moving again. So it was to kind of move her away so they could kind of have the happy home that they wanted. With the Seven of Wands, you see the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So she was basically saying she was taken out of the earthly realm here very quickly, pretty extensively. Like I said, like I said, you know, there's different types of murders, but I think hers was a little bit more hands-on and kind of lasted a little bit longer. I don't think it was quick, I guess is the best way to put it, with the Nine of Wands underneath that. And yeah, and it's the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So this to me would be like the breaking of like a well-running machine. So like you look at it, it could be like maybe how he viewed his brothers and sisters, or maybe when she came in, she ruined it. But like they had ran like a well-oiled machine until she came along, and they're like, you know, there she would be kind of pulling her card. Maybe he was looking, you know, towards whoever the mother figure was before, but he was looking at, and you do see a boy actually, where there was the boy that passed. But it's almost like the ruining of that. So it's almost like he had felt Nine of Wands about the situation too. So he went ahead and kind of took it into his own hands and decided to use the three-party energy, Pentacle in reverse, to kind of make that the Ten of Pentacles home that he wanted, because it wasn't the way he wanted. He was feeling out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so he went ahead and put this Ten of Swords in it, and he was done with the situation. So he decided to end the world and on her part there. So, I mean, that's how you're going to look at it a little bit. So pretty much is like the reading. So it's obviously, which we kind of knew. If you look into it, you can kind of see it was odd. It didn't make sense. And then when you read more into how he reported it, the things that he said when he reported it, you could very much tell like he pretty much did it. I don't know why they did it as a suicide, being that they had a couple people look at it, and they did say that there was neck contusions along with strangulation. So there was proof that she had been strangled, on top of, you know, the hanging. So you have the dark mirrors, and we can kind of see what his mind frame was. I think so. That's what I'm saying. It's like two different names. If you look up her husband, and then it pulls up another person's name, and I'm like, they kind of look identical. So I don't know if he changed. I don't know what he did. Addicted. So I feel like this person was addicted to her energy. Again, I feel like, and then what happened with the two of them. So that is why the number 2, if you add it up, is here. So he was almost like addicted probably to other things, I feel like, but also addicted to what happened, the situation, being hurt by it. And so it was kind of like, again, like he said, you know, now that she saved him, can you save her? As to my knowledge, the boy had passed, but he might have not. But they did, I want to say on the 911 call, again, he did say where he found the body yesterday of the boy. fragmentation. So it's like he's fragmented in the sense that he doesn't really have a core soul. Like he kind of just goes with whatever it is. So it's like he fragments easy too. So it doesn't take much for him to split and act different ways. They said there was nothing but evidence from Rebecca, like as far as like DNA and things like that. But I kind of found it hard to believe. Again, it wasn't like I mean, there was people going in and out of the house all the time. So I don't see how only her DNA could be in that area. It seems like somebody else's would have been there too. So I do think they probably purposely, I don't know why they'd purposely overlook it. I mean, he could have. I mean, I'm not really sure. It's almost like they kind of don't go into stuff too much. I mean, and if you read it, it's very like patchy. It's kind of like I feel like they could have summed it up and made a lot more better sense of it, but it's like they're throwing in all these different names and stuff, and that's what I'm saying. And if you look up her ex-husband now, it pretty much, I want to say, pulls up a different name. It was Neil something, and now it's like something else. Yeah, like I said, he could have been doing something to avoid that happening. I think that he was obsessed with her. I think he was addicted to her. He liked her. Maybe that was an opportunity to go ahead and do what he wanted, and then he could go ahead and murder her and then make it seem like because of whatever happened to Max that maybe she felt guilty about it. So that's how he kind of played it off from his view of what happened. But again, that's the only way that I could see him thinking that that would be something that they would believe. So let's see. And then you have Kipper. So we can see with that too. Kipper will show us some stuff. So courtship. So it's almost like, again, I do feel like he was attracted to her in a certain sense, you know, trying to build a foundation. Of course, he would have never said anything. I mean, I don't think to anybody around, but I do think that he wanted to court her, but he could not, you know, and she probably wouldn't have done it, you know, of given him the time of day anyways, I don't think. I mean, just because from what I understand, he did have a very odd behavior. Yeah, I know. Just get a divorce. It's way easier. I mean, you can remake that money back. Yeah, so like a gift. So I feel like this courtship he wanted and he wasn't getting it. So it's like he almost gifted it to himself. You know what I mean? It was like, and then to him, it was like a perfect, like I said, even the way he hung the body. I mean, he did, you know, pretty much like wrap her up in a certain way. Like, I mean, she was bound in all sort of ways. I mean, it's kind of like you see with the ribbon here. So it's kind of like, again, it's almost like it was a prize and he was showing people what he did. And you see the child related to that. So I do think he still was trying to make it seem like with this child, whatever happened with Max, that it was something that was weighing on her mind with a 9, and that it was causing her anxiety. And maybe that's why she did what she did, because that's how he was making it look. Whose boyfriend's job is that? Like before she died, the one she was supposed to be married to? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's like 2 guys and they pull up, it looks like the same person, but it pulls up 2 different names. And then change. So there was a change that wasn't really wanting to be made, and I think that it was the change of the situation with the child, and maybe just the courtship alone. But once whatever happened with Max happened, it was an opportunity to do what he wanted to do as far as the courtship and the gift and the way that he wanted to do it, where he wouldn't be looked at so much. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Boyfriend. That could have been why there's Pentacles coming out too. I mean, she could have figured out something to do with that particular situation. That's all right. It's a slow moving day. So I'll actually have to go run an errand in like 10 minutes. So something's going on with it because you got the Ten of Swords. So again, and it's an office person. You know, you see with the briefcase, they got the office suit on, and they're basically stabbed. They've been stabbed in the back, or stabbed, you know, or it's reversed on them, the energy that they've done. They've had the Ace of Cups dumped out. So it's kind of like whatever is an opportunity there, or whatever they're making it seem like they have a big opportunity of, I don't think they really have it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The money seems to be an issue, and I was wondering why Pentacles were coming out so much, and the Nine of Pentacles card was coming out about, you know, being independent and just kind of worried about those things. And yeah, you have the Two of Pentacles, so that's more like money energy. So with that, it is showing there was a decision made with the Queen of Swords. So I think this was her. She might have made this, I said again, the decision to kind of walk away, and maybe that is what upset Adam and his brother. Maybe they did it together as something because the Emperor is here. So the Emperor is like the ruler, he's going to be running all that kind of stuff. So that's somebody you kind of want to look at. But it is saying the Emperor energy is kind of what led her to the energy she was in with them. Black market organs. I mean, that could be this, because this could represent health. So when it's in reverse like this like the Pentacles are going to represent the healthcare or anything with health. So it could be have something to do with that. And that could be her saying, I'm going to say something. You know, like I'm the Queen of Swords. I don't agree with this. And usually when they don't, they'll be off with it. They'll go and tell, you know, they'll say what they need to say. They're not going to sit there and play along. So yeah, she could have found out what they were doing, and that they were, you know, getting their money this way. And this was not an abundant, prosperous, or nor happy way, great emotional way to do so. You know, so they had to make this decision with the money and what to do with her. And so, you know, and I think she did say, I'll tell if y'all try to, you know, stop me, or if y'all try to do this or that. And then with the Emperor here, the tower blew up. So one of them called. I do feel like it was probably the boyfriend that called the brother in on her. Yeah. The tower. So then you have this. So with the Ace of Wands in reverse, this is stopping her. Like I see, this is the Iron Fist. This is almost like her saying, I'm gonna extend this, and I'm gonna say something. And they pretty much told her no. We're the King of Pentacles. You're not gonna say anything. And you're definitely not gonna you know, go have your grass is greener on the other side and think everything's gonna be okay. They wanted their grass to stay green. So they just put her in the position of basically just, that's why they gagged her, actually. I I feel more like she's saying that's why she was gagged, kind of, to like, it was almost like a point of like, shut your mouth. Like, this is why this is happening, because you couldn't shut your mouth. And she did have the depression card and anxiety card there too. So when she found that out, that could have been something that was weighing on her heavily. But let me see something. If I can even do that. I was about to say. Hold on. All right, so I'm going to let it in where if anybody's got questions, they can ask questions. But if it gets like to whatever, you will see it disappear. So if there's anybody listening who would like to ask anything about the case that they have any information on, you're more than welcome to do so at this moment. I said, again, to me, it was a very confusing case, but I feel like they did that on purpose. I feel like they confused everybody on purpose so they could just kind of, I mean, they had money, so. Hey, Sam, I am. How are you? Oh, yeah, she was murdered for sure. And especially, like I said, with what the guy said, the guy made the comment, she saved she saved him. Can you save her? I'm not really sure. I don't know if that reference to the child or not, but and they say they heard a woman screaming help that night. Again, she was gagged. She knew stuff that they didn't want her to say. So there's a few different things. The neck being. Like the consistency with strangulation and not just the hanging, being strangled as well. So I think one of the worst things about it is how they left her body too out in the yard for as long as they did. I feel like that was almost done on purpose for some reason. Yeah, it was Adam's handwriting. But from my understanding, Max passed. Is that like correct? Like from most of the people who know, Max, I thought had passed, unless he had almost passed. But I thought for some reason they said he did, because on the phone call whenever they said that, Adam said it's the same place you found the other body yesterday, or something like that. So Max did pass. Okay, so that's the part that confused me. She saved him. Or maybe because she tried to, can you save her? But obviously, I mean, she wouldn't have had that option. They were taking him off life support. Okay. So then he was kind of somewhat, I don't want to say saved, because he did have to be taken off life support, but he was. Yeah, it was very, I would have taken an extra day to read more into the players as far as like, and obviously with Adam, where he came in, Max, I know, passed. So that's the only thing I can think of why he wrote that. She tried to save him. Can you save her? But they didn't give the chance to do that. It was made overnight. Yeah, I mean, it definitely was a murder. It's just, it almost seems like it was a somewhat covered up murder. And so, again, I don't know why that would be, other than, maybe somebody paying somebody off or something like that. And I'm trying to think of tomorrow too. We have other ones coming up. My internet's cutting in and out too. I didn't even want to connect at all for a while. And then we had like all the sirens going off from Texas City. So I'm like, oh, well, if we blow up on the live, you know what happened. The live just gets shut off. Yeah, I mean, I would have to agree with Cindy because everything was coming out money wise, hard. Like I said, the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles. It's like all of these things are related to money. So it's almost like they didn't want her to interfere with that. And yes, Sam, I agree. Internet is expensive and it is crappy. They're like, oh, it's the best internet, service you can get. And then it's like you get it. It's like this ain't no different than like the worst internet service y'all have. Like y'all, they were all run about the same speed. Yeah, it rained yesterday, but it's because the plants are giving off like chemicals and stuff, but they're so high that it's making the alarms go off. So they have to give you warnings. So oh, Cindy. We have a ranch home, but we just haven't been there in a while. Oh, you're welcome, Miss Elizabeth. Like I said, I tried to kind of get the most rundown of I could. I mean, obviously, I mainly was focused on was it murder? Was it suicide? Because it is ruled a suicide. Definitely not a suicide. Too many things were done. And even with the noose that she had, it was around her, like it was under, like her hair was down, and it would have been around with her hair under. So just as a girl, like even if you're, like just say if I go put my shirt on or I put my necklaces on, you're gonna go like that. So if she was gonna put a noose around her own neck, then and how do you gag yourself, bound yourself, and then tie a freaking sailor's knot and jump off the balcony yourself either? Doesn't make any sense. Right. And the nude, especially of all things. Thank you. That's what we were talking about with the yard. They left her in. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I greatly appreciate that. And the whole Southern Soltero family thanks you for that as well too. But yeah, I mean, for a woman to supposedly hang themselves naked and then be left that way, I don't believe that. Like I said, again, I do think there was some weird attraction still between Adam and being that was his brother's girlfriend, and maybe there was that built up, frustration and hate for the person. I don't know. Or even maybe the boyfriend did it, as far as stripping her down nude. But somebody did it. She didn't do it. And like I said, and again, I have to agree, no woman would do that. Most women wouldn't even want to be found in the shower that way or found in their bed that way if they had passed. So much less are they going to do it so unmodestly. No. Yeah, because I think her sister was there too. I think her family somewhat lived in that area as well. I know they kept saying something about her sister. I know somebody, I think they did. I don't remember if it was her that went to the guest house. I thought for some reason they said she went to the guest house. Oh, so he was the one? Okay. Yeah, it was the Adam guy. Adam is the one that I think did it. So I want to thank y'all as y'all come in the room. Like I said, I greatly appreciate it. We are kind of touching on the case for Rebecca Zahau or Zahau. If I pronounced that wrong, I apologize. So if y'all give it a thumbs up as y'all come in, I'd greatly appreciate it. So that way, if anybody wants to weigh in on the case, they can go ahead and do so. And then we'll do a few more questions if we come up with any. And then we'll kind of just go ahead, and then I'll have to go do my adulting in a bit. Yeah, and then he cut her down from the balcony too on top of it. Like, what's the first thing that you hear too, like when you get to a murder scene? Like, you don't touch nothing. And they didn't find his DNA there. Just saying. Bullshit. Like, I call bullshit. Because he went up there, cut her down, and he shouldn't have done that anyways. He should have gotten in trouble just for that. Yeah, that's bullshit. Like I said, you don't go into a crime scene and cut the body down. That's the same way as if you, geez, even if someone breaks in your house, they'll tell you don't touch nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah, he could have wore gloves. But it was just, there were so many people in that house. You know what I mean? Like, even if they didn't find his, I feel like they would have found somebody else's DNA. But the fact that they only found hers, it's kind of like, I feel like they were only looking for hers. You know what I mean? Hey, Midnight Meditations, how you doing? We are doing the Rebecca Zahau. I think it's Zahau case. If I got that last name wrong, I apologize. Yeah, I think everybody's having a hard time typing today. It's one of those super smart smartphone days. Yeah, everybody knows not to mess with a crime scene. So who is like, oh, I'm going to go into the kitchen, get a knife, cut her down, be like, hey, you're going to find a dead girl the same place you found a dead boy yesterday. And she saved him, but can you save her? None of that shit's creepy. Like I said, what did that take me? 1 minute, like 30 seconds? And that didn't say right there's something wrong. Like, I don't know. It might be How. I thought it was How, but I was trying to listen. It's spelled Zahau. So that might be how you pronounce it. But she was the one that was found that in the yard of the mansion. I forget what they called it. I should have wrote it down. It was something mansion. Yeah, I just suck at pronouncing things. So my bad, y'all. Yeah. To pronounce it how. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure. Oh, that reminds me. Like, why do I keep pulling at my ears? Because I don't have earrings on. Oh, and I got this from Metaphysical Gypsy too. Are you still in here, Tara? Hey, Lady Grace. How are you? But I got this from Tara's shop. Super cool. So I just wanted to share that. So I was feeling kind of naked without all my jewelry. I was like, something's wrong. I'm missing something. Yeah, naked and outside. And hung herself after and then bound herself. Wait. She bound herself and then tied the rope around her neck. So it's like, are you kidding? That's some talented shit right there. No, I don't think they're going to get it. I mean, we can pull about that too. We'll see if they can ever get arrested, but I don't think they're going to. Again, I'm not sure what kind of business they're in, but it seems like they're in some real shady business on top of the shady business. Yes, I absolutely love it. And it fits like, I love dainty bracelets. So I really, really like it. And I have a skeleton key. But let's go ahead and see as far as if they'll ever be convicted of any sort of anything. Yeah, it's a lot of cover up, to be honest, feeling. Nah, nothing's gonna happen. You got the Five of Cups in the reverse. This is the whole reason they did it. So they could avoid this energy of losing out emotionally on what they want or need. So no, I don't think anything's gonna happen with them. It's like they carry the burden and they know what they did with these two. With the Ten of Wands, they carry it, that fire energy. They know what they did, but they still have a happy home. They still make it happy and fit and do what they need to do and fit in the best way they need to fit in. They're in the King of the Cups, so they only really care about themselves. Hi, Teresa Marie. How are you? And welcome. Yes, he owned a farm. Yeah, he does own a pharmaceutical company. And now there was a Neil. Now, I don't know if Neil was somebody she dated before Jonathan, but it's like when I tapped the pictures, they looked identical. So I don't know if they just happen to look the same. Which I mean, people can. Obviously, we have twins. You know, everybody say everybody has a twin somewhere. But I don't know. They did look identical to me. So I don't know. There is a picture of her with somebody named Neil. But when I touched that picture, it went to Jonah's picture. So I was like, that's odd. I've never seen it do that. But I want to thank y'all again for coming in the room. Like I said, y'all come in. I'd greatly appreciate it if y'all give it a thumbs up. That way, if anybody is looking for any answers to this case or might have any more information that we don't have, they can go ahead and possibly bring that in if they choose to do so. And then if this is y'all's first time here and y'all are enjoying the chat, I'd greatly appreciate it if y'all hit the subscribe bar and notification bell. And it will let you know whenever we do lives like this in the future. We do members lives, regular lives. We also do milestone we do channel milestones, giveaways, and then requested cases, and then unboxings. Oh, which does remind me, I'm not gonna get totally off subject, y'all. But I went I had to go witchy shopping. So I got, well, Rex got the Illuminati Tarot. So we're going to be doing this one really soon. I didn't know if y'all wanted to do this as a live or as a regular uploaded unboxing where you just hear the music. But it's really cool. So you open it and it's like that. Very cool. And then I kind of opened, I didn't mean to take the plastic off of this one yet because I usually don't like to undo it, any of it until y'all are able to look at it as well. Sorry, my phone won't stop going off. But this is what it looks like, the card so far. So see if I can get this one out. So this is like the Fool. And this is the back of the cards. And then the Magician, just so you get the idea. Now, obviously, these are going to be based on like secret society type things. Yeah, Rex has picked it out for me. He fell asleep on it. High Priestess. Very interesting. I like this Empress card. I like the Empress cards, but most of them look the same. I like that these ones are different, like for once. So, but yeah, so we'll be going through that soon. But if y'all want to do it, yeah, it's very glossy. So that's the only thing. I just turned it the wrong way. It is very glossy. So, like right now I have a ring light coming in so that it brings light in. But as long as you kind of like get used to angling it right, you know, again though, but I have a ring light facing this direction. So, but most of them are, and the cardstock's not bad. So it's pretty good. Yes, and thank y'all. Rex says he is working on his own channel right now. We might be adding to Rex Frederick Belvedere's little section soon. He did his first song, "You Are My Sunshine," about a year ago, and it's time to add, I think. And then we also got this. People in Patreon or anybody else is interested. Well, I got this. The Little Book of Witchcraft. Very interesting, very cool. And then I liked this one. I love Lucy Cavendish. Most of the stuff I have is Lucy Cavendish. And this is The Gift of Spells. So that is something that is very interesting too. And being that I'm an earth sign, I wanted witchcraft into the wild. Then I got a few other candles for some stuff that I need. Chris got a statue. Trying to think of anything else. Oh, and then I'll be mailing out the orders in the morning. I was gonna do it today, but as you can tell, apparently we have a load of adult errands and adulting to do today. Okay, sorry, y'all. We're kind of like in the subject of doing something, or in the process of doing something. But so we did Rebecca. Is there anybody else y'all are interested in doing right now? I feel like I got like a second wind of energy all of a sudden. Now that I know that I might not have to adult Aaron, I'm like, yay. Oh, well, you have a good time, Tara. Yes, and I'll be going in the morning to go because that's when it's the slowest here. It gets so busy for the rest of the day, like after 9 o'clock. Like you're lucky if you even get into the office at all. There's one downtown, but nobody goes there. Yeah. Do you want to see if the guy who's arrested has anything to do with the Delphi murders? It's only suspected. Oh, you did buy the goddess box. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Absolutely love it. That's his name. That's the one that had the girl tied up. Now, I have to give you, the sketch does kind of look like him, but wait, hold on. I'm confused now. There's Paul and Amari. Oh, okay. I would have to know about it a little bit more. I can write it down, though. And I can look at it a little bit later. So, Amari Nicholson. He was 2. Okay, so we'll do that one a little bit later on in this week, Teresa. So that way I can go ahead and look it up. Oh, and they come quick too, Tammy. And they actually, usually when they send you the stuff or the email that it's on its way, it's usually like there that day. So like their emails are really delayed. So it's a nice earth sign surprise. Yeah, we'll look into that one. So is the guy they have right now 20 to 30? Because he's older. The guy they have in custody, he was talking a bunch of crap on like TikTok. And if you watch the person with the Delphi murders, they're not stupid enough right now to get on TikTok, especially when they are one of the most high profile cases. Now, do you have murders and serial killers and all that kind of stuff, that will do stuff like Ted Bundy, who don't mind, people like that, Charles Manson, and they want to use their charm, they want to use whatever. Yeah, you have that, but I don't feel it with the guy because, like I said again, he talked too much crap. Very so what I'm looking for. Not organized enough, not intelligent enough. Best way to say it. Paul Elter. When did Paul Elter commit suicide? And how old was he? Do you know? Oh, you're saying you think he was 40 to 55. Yeah, I think the person who committed it is at least in their 50s by now, for sure. Probably getting into their 50s when it happened. No, definitely wasn't his first. I don't think it's been his last. Unfortunately, with the girls and stuff, I really don't think that was his last crime. Unfortunately, if they don't catch him, I think there will be more. I don't know how intelligent and just by the sense of what he was raised was, or how much. I think he was raised to not leave evidence and learn how to handle things a certain way. But I also think he was raised by someone who is pretty high up there. And so if some shit goes down, he's got someone to go to, like Nicole Kessinger's status. That's what I think is kind of going on a little bit. It's almost like nobody would ever suspect them because of who their parents are or something like that, or what rank they had in the military, stuff like that. I do still think he was in the military. So it's just little things like that. And thank y'all for sharing the links. I really appreciate it. I don't think. Yeah, I don't do so much emails anymore. I used to do Twitter, to be honest. I can if y'all are interested in me setting up a Twitter, I can do that. Now I did do Twitter for a while, but it really, I'd forget about it and stuff, to be honest. I honestly don't even go onto my IG that much, or my Facebook, unless it's to like update things for y'all. I just forget it's there. That's all. Unless something comes through on it. But if y'all are interested in there being a Twitter, I can always do that. But I won't have an email that I can add to here. Hey, Sandy, how are you? Oh, and that reminds me, I need to get with Rosie. I think I told her yesterday that she has the reading too. Sorry, I'm just like thinking randomly. Lady Grace, I got your message, so I'll be getting with you if you're still here for your reading. Sandy has her second one. Tara and Tammy, y'all still have y'all's. I know I got pushed back on Monday or Sunday, but we'll go ahead and get it done soon. I do have some work stuff after the non-adult errands that I'd like to run, but if I have enough time towards a little bit around after 5 this evening, if y'all are free, we can do it then. If not, I can definitely do it in the morning for y'all, or in the Tammy, whatever time is good for you, just let me know. Narcissist. Like every time I hear the word narcissist, it's like I can't help but hear like Chris in the back of my head going, narcissist. Like, I'm sorry, it's not funny because narcissism isn't funny. It's not. It's just the word. It's like like when you hear something and you hear somebody say it a certain way. I don't know. I'm sorry. It was just funny the way he says it. It would sound like if someone was a puppet. That's why it was funny. He was making fun of somebody about it who was always talking about narcissism. Yeah, I think you know who I'm talking about. But no, I agree. Narcissists, they're attracted to, empathic people, people who are open-minded, people who aren't going to really give you a hard time, going to give you a couple chances, things like that. So yes, and like Tammy's saying, thank y'all for joining the live stream. We greatly appreciate it. So if y'all are enjoying it, we'd greatly appreciate if y'all hit that thumbs up. It'll let more people know, so that way if anybody else has any other things they'd like to add or any other questions or just weigh in general, they can kind of know what we're talking about and be part of that. So if this is y'all's first time here and y'all are enjoying it, we greatly appreciate it, and we'd love to have you as part of the Southern Soul Tarot family. You can hit that subscribe bar, notification bell. It will let you know when we do all of our fun stuff, which we will be doing a San Antonio trip pretty soon. So that should be fun. We're going to be going a couple different places around San Antonio. Which pillow did this one, Sam? I know I like this pillow too. I like corals and teals. They're my complete favorite. And gold, as you can freaking tell. Who would have thought, right? No one. Oh, yeah. I had on my too busy to hate shirt today. Got too much going on today to be dealing with a bunch of BS. I don't know. But I like to be comfy, to be honest. And I needed to wash my Jordache jeans. It was great seeing you too, Tara. Yeah, I'll call you. Like I said, I'll give you a call depending on when work ends tonight. I'll give you a call then. If not, we'll do it in the morning for sure. Yeah, this is the bedspread that I have. I don't know if there's any other ones. I don't know why I'm doing that. So what are y'all doing? Are y'all at work, like hiding on y'all's headphones? Yeah, not today, Satan. And that's what I should have got. That's why I got my all-knowing wise mug out. Yeah, them Jordache jeans really needed a washing with that MTV shirt, so figured I'd give them a break. So, anybody heard any? Ooh, has anybody? I can get you some, Sam. I forgot what I was gonna say now. Damn, my memory span sucks. Shiny things. I don't know. Extracting RNA. That sounds super like. I feel like I know what RNA is, but I'm not sure if I know what it is. Oh, yeah. I'm doing like. Oh, you know what? I think I can drop the link for the store. Everybody was wondering where I get my stuff from my store. So that's where I got the books from. I got a couple other things yesterday from there too. I get a shitload of incense from there, honestly. Don't worry, it's not real. No, I'm just kidding. But they have frankincense. They have all these kind of different. So this one smells beautiful. I wanted to get some for Blue Moon. And then Good Fortune. Okay. The Spiritual Waters, that same store. I'm just gonna call them because they have my Moldavite ring right now, and then red rose. This one smells really good. And then they have matches, so you can light. These are matches in here. They're just incense matches, and I love these. And they have candle shapes, like if you're looking for, heads, bodies, all that kind of cool stuff. Yes, I will call when I'm going to call them and ask them if they don't mind that I will drop the link in the next call, because I got a few other things, but I don't think that it's anything that's like super interesting, to be honest. Chief got the coolest one. Chief got the Odin statue that he's been wanting. So I got pomegranate oil, because I just like pomegranates, and Hecate does too. So, I did get something nice, y'all. You know how we're all supposed to have like a dagger type thing, right? Hey, Dining Gypsy. How are you? You showed up just in time. Ready, y'all? Super cool. It's gold and black. And it's actually made of horn, the handle. See? So it's completely carved. It's made of, I'd have to go look. It's on the tag, the horn it's made of. But it is badass and so very cool. So that was definitely a good grab. It's very detailed. Like I said, I love how the blade has designs in it. You can see it on both sides. Like I said, this is actual horn. Cannot remember what kind he said it was. It is badass, right? Like, what you say? No, I'm just kidding. I was showing this too, Dining Gypsy. The Gift of Spells. Now, this is by Lucy Cavendish. Love her. The Little Book of Witchcraft. Witchcraft of the Wilds, because my earth sign needed that. And then the Illuminati Tarot, right? Like, what'd you say? But the Illuminati Tarot. I think you'll like this Dining Gypsy for your unboxings. Yes, it was a great find. I got a few other things, but honestly, I do not remember what they are. So we'll see. Okay. So this is my protection symbol. So I'm going to hang that. I like the broomstick ones. I think they're really cool looking. And this is like whenever I say they have shapes. They have different shapes of candles that you can use, depending on what you're using them for. Let's see what else I got. Yeah, you should come shopping with me. They love it when they're like, hey, man. This is honey, I want to say honey calcite. And it was only, I want to say it was honey calcite or honey, I don't know, but it was $19. That's a nice slab right there. And it's just gorgeous. You can see the honey too as you get closer. It looks like honey. We can all go shopping together. We can make a shopping day. And then so pretty much just more candles of stuff. So whenever I don't feel like preloading them. Oh, that's not even everything. Like I said, there's stuff everywhere. I go like every week. That's what I'm saying. And I love it there. Like I could stay in there forever. But this was definitely the best find. And under $50. So like I said, and I would have to look up it. It is on the tag what kind of horn it is. So what is that? It's an oil. Anyways, I'll go ahead and put these ones up. Hang up my star or my pentagram. My candles away. Okay. I think all dangerous items are put away. Ethan? Yeah, I like the honey calcite. Hey, Blue. I was just talking about you. I stopped at the Witcher yesterday, and I want to get you one of these. And it smells amazing. They made it just for you, Blue Moon. So let me see. I'm missing something. Don't know what it is. Hold on. Oh, never mind. I don't know what the hell that is, y'all. Do I need an anthem? Is that what we're talking about? Anthems? Because I don't know what the anthem is. We can make an anthem. You know what? Actually, I had someone that was supposed to do that like a year ago, and I totally forgot about it. Oh, they made it smells so good though, Blue. I said they had all kinds. They had the Good Fortune one. You gotta look it up. Oh, the eighth. Yeah, it's an altar knife. I put it on my altar with my statues. Sorry. I was like, I don't know what that means. My book said again, shiny things. I'm like trying to show Blue all this stuff. Yeah, it's for your altar, and then when like you're doing circles, castings, things like that, you can as above, so below. You can use it for things like that. But they have red rose, and don't get excited, Blue. It's not real. It's just an incense. But I love you too, Blue. Sorry I didn't get to call back this morning. I've been on the phone like pretty much most of the morning. I'll let you know why. So, but the moon, and then we have frankincense, and then Good Fortune. Yeah, but you can keep it on your altar, charge it, put the energy into it that you want. I actually don't know. It might be in the bag, actually, what it is. Hold on. Ooh, it sounds really. It's a Damascus, ladies. It's a Damascus horn. Handmade dagger. So, yeah. It's not just any horn. It's a Damascus one. Yes, as above, so below. Yes, it does feel like Christmas. It's like I noticed I got some other crap not that long. Well, not crap. It's not crap, but you know what I mean. I go shopping a lot for stuff. But I got some more stuff not that long ago that I meant to show, and I didn't get to show that. And now it's all spread out. The only other thing I haven't done an unboxing for is that, what is it called? Marigold Tarot. I don't know. If I said damn asses, I have no clue what I'm talking about. Bye, Cindy. No. Oh, damn asses. No, it's Damascus. It's a Damascus horn, blue. Wherever the hell it went. Here it is. This is what it is, blue. I got this yesterday. So this is the Damascus horn. And this is the blade. I like how it even looks gold when you turn it certain ways, too. So it's super cool. I like it a lot. I hope no one has horns in their ass. That would be really uncomfortable. Well, maybe certain people should have horns in their asses. But we'll just leave that up to the divine. Love to you too, Diana. And thank you for joining us. Yes, and blessed be. I thought you would like that Damascus horn. I'm glad they had it written on here because I freaking forget everything. But to go run my errand pretty soon. My real errand that I can't get out of running. Was there anything else that y'all wanted to talk about today? Tomorrow we still have the Jody. Gosh, I wrote his names. It looks like Houston Trot or Houston Trot. I don't know how to say it. Heisentrut? I don't know. I'll have to look it up and watch the video, and then I'll say it that way. But we do have that one coming up. And then Amari Nicholson. I think someone had asked about that. The best thing you can do to repel bad energy? I would think just kind of like picture that energy. Like Blue's kind of good with this too, like picturing that energy and then sending it out, like kind of like letting it build up, almost like you would picture like your solar plexus area and then pushing it out. Repelling negative energy too. A lot of times you'll feel it as you're getting closer to people. So, I mean, the best you can do is just kind of stay away from anybody who drains a lot of energy, and then kind of picture that ball of negativity and push it out the best that you can. And then grounding is a good way too. Oh, you're at Denny's? That sounds good. Oh, their energy? All you can really do is manifest almost for their energy to calm down or maybe back down. Yeah, you have to throw horn asses. Blue. That's funny. So we'll be doing that case tomorrow. Do y'all have any other questions, like before we get ready to sign out? I'm gonna have to check in and see if my appointment is still in 20 minutes, or if it's changed again. Yes, they are headed my way. So I have to go do the other adult errand. But suckered me in. Knew it. I know a few asses I would love a horn to grow out of, and just so that way it's in their way all the time. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, a gate's good. What is it? I actually just bought it. I think it was Mossagate, and then actually, you know what? Emerald. Now this I got from Tarot Shop, which is the chakra, which helps balance it all out. But I wear emerald a lot too, on top of the green Mossagate when people are kind of being super negative. So this helps bring in love, and it's kind of like it repels any negativity that's brought towards you. And if it comes towards you, emerald will get darker. So you know, like if someone's bringing in negative energy. Yeah, the only thing with black obsidian or was it black obsidian, tourmaline, anything like that? You don't want to wear it all the time. Just because like I would take it off for like a day or two in between when you're feeling good. Like when you're not having anxiety, you're not too worried about nothing, go ahead and take it off for a little bit. Because it can start to make you feel negativity because it absorbs negativity. So I would take it off, put it in some salt, put it in the sun, cleanse it, and then go ahead and put it back on. So that's something, you too, Dining Gypsy, you have a great day. And then we'll see you tomorrow for the chat. And then, but yeah, try that though, Sam. Try taking it off and just kind of cleansing it with some salt, some sun water, moon water, anything like that, just sunlight in general, moonlight, and then see if it feels better. Yeah, and sometimes too, that's the same thing with me. Like I gotta take all my stones off sometimes, just to kind of, I'll leave like one thing on. So, but if you haven't wore it for a few days, with the black obsidian or anything like that, I would, cleanse it really good, and then you can go ahead and put it back on. And you can, if you know you're going to be dealing with that person or that individual, you can also put it on too as well. I just know I got to a point where it's like if you wear too much of it, you can start to feel not great yourself. Yes, and blessed be to all. But I'm going to go ahead, I guess, and get ready to sign out. I'm going to go run an errand before I get back to the real world stuff that I got to do on the side. But does anybody have any questions or anything for tomorrow's live? Like I said, again, it'll be for Jody Houstonette, I believe, or Houston, yeah, something like that. It's from 1995. She was a reporter who went missing. So I'll look up her name and get it down exactly, but that's who we're going to be doing tomorrow. You have a great one too. All right, y'all. So I will be talking to y'all tomorrow then. So, oh, do they? I know they have that there. And thank you, Tammy. And thank you, Blue, for letting us know. And thank you again for everybody who joined us in chat. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for being super polite, cooperative, helpful, just everything. So again, y'all have a good day. I'm going to go run some of these errands, and then I will definitely see y'all tomorrow morning for the reading. So thank you again for joining me, and I will talk to y'all again soon. Blessed be to all. Bye.